What is going on, guys? It's Frozen Bane here, and welcome to my first episode of Black Ops 3 Zombies Report Cards. Yes, this is a series where I'm going to be basically reviewing Black Ops 3 zombie weapons, perks, whatever, and what I'll do is that I'll set categories and I'll put a grade for each one of them, as well as an overall grade. So, like A, B, C, D, or F, depending on how good it is or how bad it is. F is obviously being the worst, and A being the best. So, hopefully you guys enjoy, and let's get started with the Vesper. Alright, so first off, let's talk about accessibility and availability. And for the Vesper, I'll give it a good A, a straight A. Why? Because it's a wall weapon, of course. So the Vesper is available in all three of the Black Ops 3 maps that we've seen so far. And it's probably going to be in the future DLCs as well. And it's really easy to get into wall weapon. Like I said before, it's 1250 and it's really not that hard to find. You just got to go through a few doors and boom, you'll find it. It's really not that hard. So yeah, for availability and accessibility, I'll give the Vesper an A. Next up, let's talk about damage. So this is probably one of the more important parts of the categories, and for damage, I gotta give it a B. It's not great, but it's not bad either. It can do really well. You can do with it. It's like probably SMG damage, like the Kuda and the VMP. It's probably on par, if not maybe a bit better, a bit worse than the others. But other than that, it's not exceptional like the Man of War, the HVK, or any of the other assault rifles or sniper rifles. But it's not bad like say the LCAR-9 or the RK5 or the starting pistols. It can do well. So yeah, for damage, I'll give it a solid B. Alright, next up, let's talk about agility. How fast can you move with this? How fast do you switch, aim down sights, and do all that? And how do you reload? And for this, I'll give it an A. It has SMG traits, so you can move 100% of the movement speed. You have um you have quite quick reloads, though I still would recommend Speed Cola because the reloads can be very frequent, as seen later with the ammo in the magazine. But yeah, so aimed at sights is quite quick. Strafing seeds is quite quick. It's all around a very fast and agile weapon. So for that, I'll give it a good A. Next up, let's talk about rate of fire. Now, this is where the Vesper truly shines, and I'll give it a straight A. It's because the rate of fire is absolutely insane on this weapon. I believe that's at 1000 RPM, so it's really fast, and with the decent damage, you can basically kill hordes of trains if you're smart with the ammo and stuff. If you're smart with your decisions, then you can really do well with the Vesper because of its high rate of fire and its decent damage. It's kind of like the Scorpion from Black Ops 2 Zombies. So yeah, for rate of fire, a really nice A, maybe an A plus. And finally, before we get to the Pack-a-Punch variant, let's talk about ammo and magazine. Now, this is where the Vesper kind of suffers in a sense, and I'll give it a C and a D. Now, I understand that it's a wall weapon, so it's easy to buy the ammo, but the magazine is so small. It's only 30 rounds, and this is no PPSH where it has like a huge drum mag. This is just 30 rounds will not get you that far, and with the 210 in reserve, I mean, sure, you can do well because it's a wall weapon. You can basically buy infinite ammo if you want to. But however, with the limited magazine, you'll be reloading frequently, and gets really annoying. And speed cola is basically a necessity unless you have something to compensate like fast mags. But other than that, I just think the magazine is way too low. And yeah, so for the magazine and ammo, I'll give the Vesper a C or a D. C/D. Alright, so let's get into the Pack-a-Punch version, which is called the Infernus. And so for the Infernus, I'll give it a B. This is mainly because even though the magazine size is increased by 100%, so it's 60 rounds, it's still not enough to do with the high fire rate. Like I said before, if this was the PPSH in terms of ammo and magazine, it would be god tier. It would be really nice. But with the limited amount of ammo, with 60 and 480 in the the reserve, it really doesn't do that. Like once you go through a few trains, you're probably almost out of ammo already. So like I said, the ammo compensation isn't really that great when you upgrade it. However, the damage and basically all the upgrades you can get, it really does kind of like give back, kind of like pay off. in the sense. So the 5,000 points for the pack punching the Vesper is worth it. However, just keep an eye on that ammo because it's really the ammo issue hasn't really been solved with pack punch. So for the ammo, I'll give it a solid B. And finally, let's talk about weapon kits and perk recommendations. So I understand this is basically not kind of like a grading. This is not part of the grading scale, um, but I just want to give you my preferred options for each weapon that I do. So yeah, let's talk about it. So for the Vesper, I highly recommend an optic of your choice because even though the Iron Sights will do, I think it's like since you do have an open slot and there's no pick 10, I suggest you go for an optic. Preferably the ELO or the red dot. And for attachments, foregrip, laser sight, and quick draw are all nice attachments on this weapon. The quick draw, if you need to aim down sights, it's nice. The laser sight, hip fire on this weapon is absolutely insane. It's really nice. And foregrip to maintain the recoil because I'm pretty sure many of you guys know a higher fire rate causes a lot of recoil. And yeah, so as for perks, I would go with Electric Cherry slash Speed Cola slash Widow's Wine, the three that help you with like during reloads because you will be reloading this thing really frequently. So make sure you strap out something that helps compensate that, or at least gives you a chance to reload before you continue shooting. And obviously Jug. Double tap I wouldn't recommend since the fire rate of the Vesper is probably really good, and if you stack double tap with rapid fire, absolutely insane. But like I said over and over again, ammo is a huge issue, and if you want to really dump the magazines, if you want to use this thing as a bullet hose, go ahead, but just keep an eye for that magazine. So yeah, and also for gobblegums, I forgot to talk about this. So gobblegums, alchemical antithesis, definitely probably the best gobblegum for the Vesper, and probably for most of the other weapons. But especially for the Vesper, because of the low ammo with the high fire rate, you can earn lots of ammo back for it. And finally, let's talk about my final verdict and my final grade of the Vesper, and for that, I'll give it a B. It's not the best weapon, nor is it the worst. It's kind of in the middle. It's on par with other SMGs and assault rifles, and overall, it's a solid weapon. It's something that I would recommend getting for the early rounds, but when it comes to like the 30s or the 40s, I would recommend switching out for a different weapon. But however, if you want to go with the Vesper for the late 30s and 40s, it won't do you that bad. Just make sure that ammo, because like I said before, ammo is a huge disadvantage to the Vesper. But overall, I think the Vesper is a solid weapon and is a great weapon for Black Ops 3 Zombies, and I would totally recommend it for the early rounds. And yeah, so hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure to leave a like and a favorite. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna probably do random weapons once per week. I plan to do the SMGs and then the assault rifles, basically go down the list. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed. And if you want to want to recommend a weapon for me to review, or like comment below, so I can maybe look at it and maybe do that weapon for all the others. So like I said, hopefully you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.